Check out this video with ASAP Rocky, okay? As he's going to say out of his own mouth that every time he comes out with any type of album, someone around him mysteriously comes up missing, all right? And even though he's going to act like he doesn't know why this is happening, I mean, it's a clear confession of what is really, really going on in the industry, seeing as how he isn't the only one that this is taking place with, okay? Let's jump into this video, though.
The first artist we're going to be talking about is ASAP Rocky. On this channel, we have spoken about ASAP Rocky plenty in the past, as he has shown so many open signs of selling his soul and being an occultist. ASAP Rocky was one of the biggest artists of the early 2010s, blowing up after dropping his underground mixtape, Long Live ASAP. Off the success of the mixtape, Rocky was able to secure a record deal with Polo Ground Records, owned by Sony. And with their help, Rocky became a mainstream artist, dropping his album Long Live ASAP, which ended up topping the Billboard charts. For those that are in the industry, success usually doesn't come at that speed or that easily. It was like ASAP Rocky was chosen for this. His first mixtape had got him signed to a major record label, and he was now touring the world, making millions and indulging in all the sins the world has to offer. How did Rocky make this happen? Was he just that talented and lucky that he was able to stand out from millions of other rappers trying to get signed? Well, I'm not so sure about that, as if we take a closer look at Rocky's rise in the music industry, we can see he has been showing us signs from the very beginning of what just he paid for his fame and success. The first thing that stood out to me was his project that got him famous, Long Live ASAP. Rocky just so happened to drop this mixtape on October 31st, 2011, on Halloween Day. In the occult world, Halloween is an important date. Some occultists are even known to perform ritual sacrifices to the god of death, Samhain, on Halloween night. So the fact that ASAP dropped this mixtape on Halloween Day, and it just so happened to be the mixtape that took him to the next level, just stood out to me. Especially when you go through the songs on the album. The song Purple Swag was the first song to blow up by Rocky. This video was before Rocky signed a record deal, and the only imagery really found was Rocky's black scale shirt that displayed the Masonic square and compasses. The imagery was very subtle, but it was still present. To me, he is summoning.
See, this is why I say, man, we have to be, teaching our children how to be spiritual warriors, especially the ones who look up to people like him, right? Who want to get in this industry and don't know what it's really about. You see what I'm saying? We have to. Now, signs and symbols are a major thing because, you be running around with symbols on your clothes and you don't even understand who it is that you pledge it to, who you representing. But they do on a larger scale. Notice how his friend had symbolism of the Masonic compass, and no one would have paid any attention had he not brought it to light. That's facts. Y'all check it out.
Within the pentagram, as salt is used to trap spirits. The rest of his ASAP mob can be seen standing around Rocky.
Let me take it back a little bit. I want to see what we missed because I think I skipped it a little bit.
Wearing an Aleister Crowley t-shirt. This is a video we
let me see where we at.
After Rocky dropped Purple Swag, he would get signed not long after. By the time he dropped his mixtape Live Love ASAP on Halloween Day, he was already signed to Sony Records. His song Peso, which was his lead single from the project, came accompanied by a music video. In the music video, we start to see the open satanic imagery ramp up. Rocky started the video by walking out of a store with his arms over one of his guys that was wearing a pentagram on their shirt. A few scenes later, they show another ASAP member wearing an Aleister Crowley t-shirt. This is the first music video.
Now, this is an example of hidden in plain sight. How they had things in plain sight, you don't even know it.
He dropped after signing his record deal, and he was already incorporating dark, disturbing imagery, and things were only going to get even darker. The very next music video ASAP would drop was for his song called What's Up. We have spoken about this video plenty of times on this channel. Rocky starts this music video by performing a mock ritual, depicting Rocky in the middle of a pentagram drawn in what appears to be salt. This is done to keep the spirits he is summoning within the pentagram, as salt is used to trap spirits. The rest.
Now, I do know that some people look at pentagrams like a symbol of protection as well. So it may be that he's standing in that pentagram to protect him for whatever spirits that he's calling up that he know may or may not be, demonic.
of his ASAP mob could be seen standing around Rocky, holding satanic spellbooks. For the longest, I wondered what this mock ritual represented. Why did Rocky start his music video like this? Especially when his song has nothing to do with ritual magic. They went from showing
And then, well, if you really think about it, man, you're becoming enchanted by even watching him doing the scene. Is how he has the pentagram right there. He has candle lit, so on and so forth. You glaring into it, man. You become embedded in whatever spell that he's casting at the time.
Crowley on a t-shirt to performing a mock ritual in a music video, literally one video later. This left me wondering, what was this ritual for? Well, after hearing one of Rocky's Genius interviews for his song Praise the Lord, I think I have finally discovered what the ritual was for. In this interview, Rocky reveals some very interesting and revealing information that connected all the puzzle pieces for me. Rocky talks about how he lost a loved one right before every album he dropped.
Every time I put out an album, or every time I'm about to release an album, for some strange reason, man, I always lose somebody close to me. My pops, it was Yams, my sister, like, I always lose somebody close to me, feel like, some crazy, like, jinxes, without being superstitious or just paranoid. I just take a toll, like, it's just.
As you heard for yourself, Rocky
Man, he know what's going on. He know exactly what it is that he signed up for, believe it or not, man. At some point, we stopped starting to look at things like conspiracies, okay? We understand that there's more than a conspiracy, it's the truth, all right? At that point. And I want to say all of this is allegedly. All of this is allegedly. I want you to use discernment when you use it. We don't know what's going on, but I will say this. Bro, nothing happens by coincidence.
admits that for some reason, he loses a loved one right before each project. But I believe Rocky knows exactly what it is. He is ritually offering his loved ones for his success, something he has been doing since the very beginning of his career. Rocky mentions his father passed away right before his first album, Long Live ASAP. His father passed away in December 26, 2012, mysteriously due to unknown pneumonia sickness. Rocky dropped his What's Up music video on January 20th, 2012, showing himself doing a satanic mock ritual that was an obvious ritual sacrifice. I believe Rocky was foreshadowing himself ritually offering his dad with this music video. Rocky's dad passed away in December of the same year he dropped this music video, and right before he dropped his most successful project, Live Long ASAP. You tell me in the comments, what does that sound like to you? Especially when we can see the guilt in his face when he's talking about the situation. When he dropped the second album at Long Live ASAP in 2015, Yams passed away, just like Rocky's father, mysteriously, as he was found not responsive. They reported Yam passed away from alcohol-related issues, but it seems darker than that if you ask me. Rocky basically admits Yams, like his father, was his offering in the industry. Rocky also mentions his sister who passed away in 2016, which is what I believe Rocky was referring to when he said or when he was about to drop an album. It sadly appears Rocky has paid the sad price for his success.
I will say this, man. He's not the only one who we know that a lot is happening around, has happened around him in terms of, him, worshiping Lucifer. We know. That's a fact. Look at everybody else, bro, in the industry who you could say this right now is a hit that has lost several people around them every time an album was finna go out. You see what I'm saying? The Baby, he lost his father. He said the day that his album went #1, he lost his father. Okay? We got Lil Durk. He admitted in a video with DJ Academic that, yeah, he did have a dark cloud over him. And it was, it seemed like he was just always losing someone. Even though we know that these people know exactly what's going on, man. We see the open symbolism of their alleged. You have to understand, it's all about the intention behind the symbolism that's being given, right? We know the symbols that he's given has an ill intention in terms of who he's aligning himself with in order to get your way yet, man. So, I mean, protect your kids, man, because I feel like, right now we live in a society where they're telling, our children that in order for them to be someone, they have to be a part of the rap game. They have to be a basketball player. They have to be, some sort of famous person. All right? Because if they're not, then they failed. But, so I say, for those of you who have children who aspire to be rappers, so on and so forth, man, make sure that they're spiritually equipped, all right? And with that being said, man, I just want to leave you guys as I came. I want you guys to always be aware, because to be aware is to be alive. And as always, peace, family. Peace meaning positive energy. always creates elevation. Ashay.